Hey family, we have a new crew tier with exclusive members only polls, messages, and content. We already have some videos live, like our skeleton key reading, a spirit animal bird reading, so I'll see you on the other side of the Onyx key. Make sure you hit the join button so you can go deeper down this experience with me. Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we're back with another pick a card reading. It's timeless, it is love-based. So we're gonna see what your crush is thinking, their feelings, and potential next move. It's been a while since we got a cookie crush theme, so we're gonna be selecting cookies today. I don't have anything else to share with y'all. If you have questions, obviously you can always leave a comment and let me know. You can also comment on the post and let me know. There are also things added to memberships. You can take a look if you are a member. If you're not and you're nosy, you can still see what they have available. It's just not gonna allow you to view the content, right? So for those of you that are visually impaired, or if you like to choose based on me describing each pile, let's do it now. Pile number 1 is the Dubai Chocolate Pistachio cookie. Gonna be a little trendy. Pile number 2 is the Brown Butter Chocolate Chip cookie. Pile number 3 is the Red Velvet cookie with cream cheese drizzle. And then pile number 4 is the Lotus Biscoff Chocolate Chip cookie. I'll give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile number 1, if you selected the Dubai Chocolate Pistachio cookie, let's see what your crush is thinking, feeling, and their potential next move. So for those of you that are new, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey, okay? So let me get you a little bit of an overview so we can see what this person has on their mind. The person you came here to see about. What's this person thinking, feeling, potential next move towards my pile number 1. Okay. We may take a look and see what that is. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. This could be a relevant time. This range may be in reference to when this person's thinking of you, or what they would need to say. But there is a need to broaden perspective, and it obviously is communication based. So what's clarity? You and your loved ones safe. Something about you and the way you connect with their family. Some of you, I'm specifically seeing something regarding a maternal figure, since that rules the mothers, things like that. And I have the new moon in Aquarius bring love into the situation. So, you know, if you're asking about an actual crush, it feels like someone that is interested, but they're looking beyond just being interested. Like they're already like, okay, well, I like pile 1, but let me just take a look and see like how would pile 1 make sense, right? So I don't know why this person's already there if you're asking about a pure crush. But like in their mind, they're already like, you know, should I even approach pile 1 if it doesn't make sense? Because this is someone that's like considering the broader perspective. Cancer rules the 4th house of like home and family, specifically the maternal lineage. So things like that matter to this person. So they may not make a next move if they feel like it's just not gonna make sense, right? Regardless of if they like you. Now, if you're asking about somebody you're dating, you're talking to, getting comfortable with, and you feel like the vibe is right, they're already thinking about, okay, you know, I think I want pile 1 to meet the maternal figures in my life, whether mother, grandmother, aunt, like stepmom, whatever it is, right? However this person was raised, it feels like they're like, you know, I kind of feel like I want to see how this maternal figure responds to pile one. Okay, because bringing love into the situation and looking at the bigger picture is a broader perspective. And obviously the shadow side of this is where this person thinks there would be conflict or knows for a fact that there is some sort of conflict. So like you're dating someone and you know, like there has been a clash of some sort with a family member of any kind, because fourth house is family members in general. It just, we lead with maternal figures here. That's what's on this person's mind. So tell me about pile one, a Dubai Chocolate Pistachio cookie. What else is this person thinking, feeling, their potential next move? Tell me what's on this person's mind when it comes to pile number one. A Dubai Chocolate Pistachio cookie. There we go. You better watch that on the shadow. Because we're in situations where we know it doesn't quite make sense, right? Because you can always be attracted to people. You can always like people, but if it doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense. So, because we have a discontent and a boredom. And that's the labels on this card. But the Four Cups is disinterest. It feels like someone that's potentially over a situation, that's possibly over some sort of drama. In the light, like there's two sides, two major sides, and obviously all of you fall within there with your unique experiences, right? The side where there is potential conflict with the family, and the side where the person is wanting to introduce you to family, right? So where there is conflict, it's someone that's just over the drama, they're over the conflict, they're like, we're going to broaden our perspective, we're all going to get along, or something's going to change. Like it needs to change. For all of like the drama, they're over it. Where this is someone that's looking to introduce you to the family, right? Think about what makes sense. Think about what you know about this person, this person's family. Because the Four Cups, even where they're trying to introduce you, is like, nah, I'm not going to do it because it's not going to make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense. This would be creating confusion for the sake of liking someone. Because whatever the perspective is, right? Whatever the misalignment is. Okay? Some of you. On the crushes side, this is someone that's not sure if you're interested in them. If you know you have a detached energy when dealing with them, or if you're not very clear, they may be asking a certain family member like their thoughts, like they're thinking like, okay, I'm gonna see how to deal with this personality type that is pile one because I'm not completely sure. So like that's on the table as well. Okay, so let me get more. Yeah, there's a lot of confusion on the table. This one, yeah, that's the bottom of the deck. So intuition. Facing right. So something about facing the right side. Be mindful, those of you on that side with the drama. Like, I don't want to keep bringing that up, but it's the loudest part of the shadow where there's drama and chaos, or potential drama or chaos, right? Due to differences or whatever, whether it's how you were raised or just the way you interact with people. Feels like someone that knows it's not gonna work in the worst sense. Now, my lighter side is someone kind of asking for advice on how to deal with someone, because I get Aquarius energy is very playful. Sagittarius energy is very expansive. So it feels like someone that may be more of an extrovert. Like this person, if this person is an extrovert, I see you being a little more on the lighter side, because it's someone that doesn't quite know how to deal with somebody that's a little quiet, a little shy, a little mysterious to themselves, right? Like this is someone that's loud, they're loud with their family, the family is loud, and they're a little concerned that that may overwhelm you because it doesn't seem like your personality because they're loud, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. I actually, like, I have a loud family, so I understand. But I also can see how someone that seems a little more reserved and quiet, especially someone you're not as familiar with in the purest of crush, they're not sure, like, okay, because I talked about one from time to time, and in my interactions with them, I don't know if they're ready to be around my friends, my family, you know? All right, in the root chakra. They're very attracted to you. They're very, very attracted to you in ways that they're not necessarily comfortable expressing because it is explicit. I'm not going to lie. Like someone's very physically attracted to you. But again, there's the debate internally of beyond that, is it something to pursue truly when we're talking about a crush? And the amount of conflict this person perceives reduces the likelihood of them making any action. Okay? All right. Yeah, the amount of conflict this person perceives reduces the likelihood of any action. And the more conflict there is present, the more likely this person is to be over it, especially if we're talking about someone that's very close with their family members, specifically maternal figures. If there's drama there, if it's not for you, leave it alone. But like if you're interested in this person and you know you have conflict with any potential maternal figures, especially if you're in a situation with this person, dating this person, in a relationship with this person, I would choose my battles wisely if it's something you're serious about, because this is not someone that's willing to just allow drama to fester in that area of life. Okay. All right. I don't have that many decks today, y'all. Like I guess I got caught slipping. I only have a couple out. So let me get you more. I guess I'll pull a few and get you some advice. Tell me more about pile number 1, my Dubai Chocolate Pistachio Cookie. Tell me what the crush is thinking, feeling, potential, next move. Okay, a whole stack. And you know what? We got time. We got time. Some of you, this person's thinking that they have time to feel you out on a more optimistic side. They're like, I got time to figure it out. I feel optimistic about pile 1. I'm not completely sure, but I don't have to know. I can get to know them. And then I know already where my head is about it. So if I see signs or whatever, then they can pivot. That's 5. So we'll take this. We got, y'all on the shadow, I've said what I said. The message is the message. It's over, okay? Because the disharmony needs to be resolved, or I don't know if that is going to go in your favor. Because even on the furthest shadow, even if it ends up in your favor, it's still a loss, because if it's drama within family, it feels like if this person sides with you or family, it's going to alienate them from family, and it felt like someone that was close to family, so it's not gonna, like, they're gonna feel like a piece is missing from them if they have to do that for you. So I encourage you to clear that up. Okay, so let's see what else. Make a move. The time is now. Someone is planning to take action, or it's time for you to make a move. What I love about this is my lighter side of the piles, person's really conflicted. They can tell that they're overthinking it and it's stressing them out. So in the disharmony, the anxiety alone, they're going to make a move just to get it off their chest, or just to see, right? Like if they're not sure if you're interested, they're willing to, it's the risk they need to take to get it off their chest. If you're already dating and you're already like connecting, they're going to let you know that they're a little more invested, looking to take next steps, looking for you to meet their family, looking to be exclusive, whatever that is. Okay. Inner fears, or as you face your inner fears, you recognize what is holding you back from attracting a healthy and loving relationship with others and yourself. If you're on that shadow side where it's direct conflict within a family, they're going to confront you on it. Like, it feels like confrontation. Okay, that's the next move. My lighter side is person's like, you know, I'll never know until we see. How do I know what's going to happen with the family members? Like, how do I know how this person is going to react to family's going to react to them? Let me see. Right? All right. I'm going to take the bottom this second. Higher self and memories. It says, no matter how dark or muddy your path may be, trust the guidance of your higher self. This person's gonna follow their intuition for sure with the intuition there and the higher self. They're really in meditation about the situation, and they're really looking to remedy with peace, to ground, right? Five of Pentacles is out in the cold. They don't want that. They don't want that. Okay. And we've got memories. Someone is walking down memory lane at this time. It's okay to reminisce about the past by looking at old photos or messages. And you know, if there's been chaos historically, this person is thinking about that. It's heavy on their mind. They've not gotten over it. Your interactions with certain family members, things like that, in the worst sense. Now, lighter side, I want to bring us back to you before we get ready to end this, because I got a wave of you. I don't know if the shadow just needed more talking to, more clarity, more of me repeating it so that you know, like, hey, it's not going to be good for you. Don't be in drama with this person's family if you're interested in them like that. I see here where this person is reflecting on the way that you interact with certain people. So I don't know, some of you are asking about somebody you know through certain family members or even a maternal figure. I see that. And if you know them through that, this person is remembering interactions you've had. So I don't know if like, I'm thinking collective settings where like people congregate and gather, like weddings, graduations. It's spring, y'all. So all those things that people go to and do consistently, it feels like there was something that you did, and this is specific for someone or some of you, something you did to make someone in this person's family a little more comfortable. They remember that. Okay. So what else is here? I told y'all, we channel, we don't just read cards. Family and friends. The support of family and friends may help strengthen this connection, which means on the shadow, the lack of support from family and friends will deeply harm this connection. Don't be in drama with your person's family, okay? Next move is to consult and congregate with friends and family and just kind of see what makes sense, right? To get something like this person's kind of in disharmony internally, just thinking like, hey, you know, how do you feel? Like, if I'm interested in this person, like, should I go for it? Like, this person seems to care deeply what their friends and family think. So when they're interested in someone romantically, I don't know if they keep it to themselves. I think they kind of let at least one person know, and they're like, look, this is where my head is. This is what I'm thinking. This is what happened last time I saw Pile 1. What you think? That's the message here, okay? So the move feels like tackling fears and confronting you for better for worse, or approaching you for better for worse, just to see. And there will be family members supporting them with whatever decision it is, whether it is to end something, whether it is to initiate something, okay? All right, let me get your advice. Watch your intuition. I've got higher self, intuition at the bottom. I have it here. Trust your intuition. So I'll tell you this, because it's a really short pause. You already know where you fall with this person. Like, this is distinct light and shadow. There's no gray area. Like, I know as a mention of gray area, it's not. So and I always leave with somebody that you know and are interacting with, have interacted with, interested in, that could be interested in you. If you're asking about somebody where you know you have conflict with their family and friends, where you know there's a difference in personality type in a way where it would be a compatibility issue, then that's why you would be leaning on that further side. But on the lighter side, it sounds like somebody that always consults everybody they know. New moon in Aquarius feels like someone that very expressive of their feelings, Like, they don't hide their feelings. They tell everybody that, so they're interested. Like, the whole friend circle knows they're interested in somebody. Their whole family knows they're interested in somebody. Okay. So let me get you your advice. My Dubai Chocolate Pistachio cookie. Tell me now. Give me my piece of advice. All right. Body balance. You know, balance. Bring love into the situation. Boom. Okay. Same vibe. Be fair. Be just. Don't shrink yourself, right? Like, for example, if you know you're asking about somebody and it's conflict, right, within certain family members, and you know it's not your fault, it's not anything you can change, then that's something I would leave the situation alone. That's just me personally, because body balance talks about prioritizing your health and your wellness. It talks about making sure you're doing what you need to be done so that you can feel good as a person, right? This is maturing energy of abundance and nature. So do what's going to make you feel abundant. Do what's going to make you feel grounded. Do what's going to make you feel stable. Do what's going to make you feel healthy. So long story long in your advice, what's the option that's best for your health? I don't know why we're saying it like that. Whether we're talking physical health, mental health, whatever decision is best for that, that's what you're being encouraged to do, okay? So that is all I have for you today. My pal number 1. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the crew if you're able to. We have a lot of exclusive messages on the Onyx Key tier. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 2, my brown butter chocolate chip cookies. Let's see what your crush is thinking, feeling, and potential next move. So for those of you that are new, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey, okay? Let me get you an overview, and we're gonna see what's going on with my brown butter chocolate chip cookies. What is this crush thinking, feeling, potential next move? Give me one good overview for my pile number 2s, please. Look at that. Oh, they are ready to go. Look at you. What is that crystal? I think it's a flower agate. Some of you, this person might offer you flowers, something like that, because that is this is a flower agate. And I got the maturing energy, so you can expect that soon for some of you. But look at that, a new romantic cycle begins. So, I mean, this person just seems very confident, very certain that they're interested in you, where we're talking about a crush, okay? When we're talking about those of you with current attachments, right, where you're already connected to someone, they're thinking of a new perspective when it comes to love and romance. So we're going to get some clarity there. New moon in Capricorn, your hard work is paying off. Both cardinal energies, something beginning in the fall and finalizing in the winter. That's a thing. Now, it feels like someone that feels like they're really applying effort or looking to really apply effort. Like, you know, that corporate lingo that's like, we're gonna hit the ground running this year. That's this person's take on connecting with you, especially my pure crushes. They're like, no, I'm all in. Like, when I go and make sure that pile 2 knows I'm interested, I'm gonna like really make sure there's no question that I'm interested. I'm not just gonna say I like pile 2. I'm not just gonna tell them I'm interested in being more than friends. I'm gonna like show it with all of my actions. So I love it, because this is a group that most likely will be able to clearly see where I know what I'm talking about, because when it happens, it's clear, okay? This is a person If you're in a relationship with them, you don't need readings from me on your love life. They are very clear, okay? So tell me more about how to my brown butter chocolate chip cookie. Tell me how to. Tell me about my brown butter chocolate chip cookie group. Tell me what the crush is thinking, feeling, and potential. Next move. And number 2. 1. I told you, clear. Ooh, clear and stable. I'll show you the bottom in a little bit. Let's start here. I mean, there's nothing more certain than an emperor. Okay, we got authority here. And the number 4 could be relevant in some way just because I have 4 cards in my hand. And I have the emperor, which is that number in the major arcana. And the beauty in this emperor is they go, they move. It's ruled by the sign of Aries. And it's someone that's very certain and confident in their identity, in who they are. They know what they do like. They know what they don't like. It's someone that's very mature mentally. And even where the immaturity may rear its head, it's because it's someone that could be a little headstrong and aggressive, right? A little too direct. But when it comes to matters of the heart, you need that, right? Someone that could possibly, this combination feels like someone that could be a little brutally honest, right? So, and the reason why I'm bringing that up, I don't know if this person's come across that way to you. Maybe they've come across that way to you, because I'm like, why am I describing this person? But I am. So that's the case, or maybe that's how this person sees you. If I'm describing you, it could be that as well. But something about it, they're thinking about that, but they know they're going for it. Okay? We've got options here with the 7 of Cups. Choose wisely. We've got the 2 of Pentacles, which talks more about choices, options and decisions. And we've got the waiting game, 2 of Wands, which does indicate planning. Indicates planning, okay? The bottom, the Lovers. Look at you. We got the Emperor, Lovers. We got, I told you. Boom. The pause was important. The silence was important because this is a person where it's very, very clear. If it's not clear like this, right? And I'm not talking about right this second, right? Like as you interact with this person, if a really long time goes by without you having clarity, I would leave it alone, because that would be the shadow of this person is detached, because the person in this pile knows what they want and they're very, very active towards it. Very, very active. The only thing I have here is the planning and the waiting game. So it could be a time where maybe it's not, you're not available to one another. Like, I don't mean in any scandalous way, but people have priorities and things to do as adults. Like, if you're interested in somebody, doesn't mean you just drop everything to deal with that, right? Hence the waiting game. But there's a lot of options here. And I have an Emperor with options that seems to be, it seems to be decisive. It feels like someone that has already made a decision. It's someone that seems to be prioritizing work and partnerships, right? Because this could be like contracts and like work when we're talking about businesses, owning businesses, and like side hustles and things like that. Someone could be prioritizing those types of things. But it seems like in all of their options, they seem to be more waiting for you specifically when we have the Lovers. The reason why I'm able to say this confidently is because we're asking about this person's energy towards you specifically, right? So in them thinking of all of their options, all of the things that they have to do, all of their romantic options, they seem to be spinning their wheel, sitting here with this time thinking, you know, the Lovers, the combination, the union of two people. Okay, and being very confident in being that way. If you're asking if your crush is single, yes, they're waiting for the right person. right? They are interested in you, but just in general, they're not out there like that. They're waiting for the right person. So my pure crush, if you're like, oh, I like this person, I think they like me, are they even single? Yes. Okay. All right, let me pull from this deck. At the bottom of your reset, you have attraction. So it is someone that's attracted to you, but I feel like it was very clear. Like, this is one of the most direct piles I've read when it comes to this question. I don't know if I ever remember it coming through this clear. Like, yes, this person is absolutely interested. They plan on applying effort, or they are applying effort, and the effort they're applying, if you're seeing it, is not phony, it's not fake, it's not a game. They're not doing that with everybody. Some of you are wondering if this person's this way with everybody. Absolutely not. They don't have that kind of time. It doesn't look like it, okay? Like, if it feels like this person's like, especially if it feels like someone that should be busy but is always available to you, that's intentional, okay? So tell me more about my brown butter chocolate chip cookie. What is this crush thinking? Yeah, you know, if there's a need, I love it. This is my main pure crush pile. We like to see it. Fresh energy. The effort this person plans on applying next, like their next move, next time you see them, interact with them, is going to be like to crack some type of joke, to talk to you, make you laugh a little bit, okay? Hard work is paying off. Someone that is planning on doing that. If I'm talking about somebody that's always saying something that should be funny, always making you laugh, that's intentional, right? It's intentional. It says the laughter shared between soulmates warms the spirit in no way no coat could ever, especially if I'm describing this energy, this really serious energy as you. This person wants to make you laugh, to kind of break the ice a little bit and get you stop acting like that, okay? My brown butter chocolate chip cookie. Tell me, what else is the crush thinking? Feeling potential next move for my pile number 2. Higher self. No matter how dark or muddy your path may be, trust the guidance of your higher self. This is your confirmation that it's very, very clear and you already kind of have an idea what this person thinks. This is also a message that if you tend to be a pessimist, this person knows that, and they kind of want to get you to stop doing that. And again, polarity. So if you make jokes, if you kind of have a silly vibe, and you always do things to make them laugh, they really admire that. That makes them feel good. That makes them want to be closer to you, because they're not like that with most people. Like, they're feels like a person that could be a bit of a stick in the mud. So the fact that they're laughing with you all the time, they like that. Okay. Brown butter chocolate chip cookie. Not taking all of that. I'll flip more. What is this? This is a reversal. Yeah, they're not playful at all. But I like it because playfulness in reverse, falling on their hard work, is paying off, talks about someone that is very, very serious about you. Okay? This is not a playful person. This is not a game playing person, which talks about the fact that, yes, they have options, but choose wisely is a thing. So, like, let's say it feels like, especially my pure crushes, we're talking about somebody that's single. A lot of people are interested in them. Great. They know this. They're not the type to juggle. They're the type to wait and see. All right? And if this doesn't describe the person and you know this is not a person, then I would leave it alone. Pick another pile, something like that. I have a lot of readings with a lot of shadows in it. But the loud energy here is not the shadow. The loud energy here is someone that, I keep hearing the word respectable. Like, they care about presenting themselves as respectable, especially if I'm talking about some sort of a masculine. Like, this is not a playful person. So if they laugh with you, that's a thing. And that's heavy on their mind, that you make them laugh or that you bring out their playful side if they're a bit serious. Now, if this is somebody that's a little bit silly, they love that they're able to get you to be that way. Okay? Tell me more about my brown butter chocolate chip cookie. What is this person? Yep. Perfect match in harmony. We'll see what that is. reconciliation. You know, can I put this in frame here? I think it's good enough for us to see there, because I can see the word reconciliation with the waiting game. Whatever this waiting towards union is with the lovers and reconciliation in the waiting game, like that's the thing. So someone's waiting to be able to be closer to you in some sense, where that's applicable. But I mean, this person feels like this is or could be some sort of a divine union, right? It says, congratulations, it's time to celebrate. Both you and your partner have healed and learning important lessons to allow this union to manifest. So, I mean, let's see what this is in a second, but it feels like someone that's very confident and certain about you specifically. We got divine union, lovers, reconciliation could be the union of two souls. It could technically be a different take on divine union. I've got butterflies and mischances. So you give this person butterflies. If this person hesitates, it's because they have butterflies. It's someone that feels like they may have missed their chance with you at some point, or even currently, right? Like it could be the butterflies making them hesitate and things like that. So maybe that's why we have the waiting game and reconciliation. This person's like, next time I see pile 2, or next time, you know, I see pile 2 in a space that makes sense, right? Because sometimes y'all see people on the pass by, like if you're jogging, I don't know, like random places where it's like, no, I gotta wait till I see them somewhere else. Whatever that means, however that means, okay? But there's a theme of next time I see pile 2, it's gonna be great, and an action from certainty and clarity that you cannot confuse or mistake in any way. All right. Let me get your advice and close you out. I'm at the bottom of your reset. We got to share your gifts, so that is going to be a big deal for you. What advice do we have? Quickly. Ooh. Success. So you had share your gifts, prioritize your success for sure, and share your gifts. That's a huge theme, okay? It's the bottom. We've got keep going. Steps 23, 24. Keep going and prioritize your success. Makes sense, because even those of you, like the lightest, quickest manifesting side of the pile is, okay, maybe you see this person in a week. I don't know what, like if there's some type of long distance travel involved with this person you're asking about, because there seems to be some distance to the point where it needs to be a reconciliation for this person to interact with you or approach you in some way. And if that's the case, then you can't just sit tight and wait for this person, like the waiting game implies. Even if you are waiting for each other, you keep going towards your success. 23, 24 steps, right? So that is all I have for you today, my pile number 2. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I hope that it resonated for you. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, join the crew if you're able to. We have a lot of exclusive messages on the Onyx key tier. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 3, my red velvet cookie with the cream cheese drizzle. Let's take a look at what your crush is thinking, feeling, and potential next move. So for those of you that are new, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey. And I'm really excited about this red velvet cookie. Like, it's a theme on the channel. If you're familiar with the channel, you know there's certain themes that I remember because they are not good. What I like about the red velvet theme that comes through, it's always this light-hearted, fun energy. Like, if it's ever been bad, it was so few times that I genuinely only associate red velvet cookie with good energy. So congratulations for picking that pile. And I say that because I guess I'm biased towards it now, but I haven't done it in a while, and I got a wave of like really excited energy. So I don't know if you guys are just pure of heart, those of you checking out the red velvet piles, or you're just asking about somebody that is just so pure of heart, but I love it. So we're gonna keep putting it here just because the vibe is high. So let me get you an overview for my pile number 3. And what I like about the red velvet, for the most part, it doesn't really matter where I put it. Like, I feel like I move it around. Like, I don't always put it in the same spot. But the energy is always high vibe. So, what is my red velvet cookies? Crash thinking, feeling potential next move for my pile 3. All right. See, I told you, very sweet energy. You and your loved ones are safe. So new moon in Cancer. So this is the sign that rules 4th house, home and family. It talks about your emotions and just being comfortable and cozy and just really connecting with somebody in an innocent way. Like this is someone that I feel like they feel like they are, or in their attraction towards you, they feel like they would have the level of comfort with you that they have with their family. That's intimate. There's a certain level of intimacy that like they feel they have or would have with you in that way. Just so comfortable. Can be myself. Like it feels like a person, you know how everybody when they're early stages, they're all excited, they're like, let's go out, let's go have dinner, let's travel, let's do all of the outside exciting things because it's new. It feels like someone that sees the potential of just being boring at home together doing nothing, right? Like two people that are even in the same room, possibly one reading a book, one reading a different book, doing something else, and like being comfortable because both like being happy the other is there without having to like switch up your routine or what you want to do for the sake of having them in the room. Does that make sense? That's the comfort and the intimacy I'm talking about. And that's this person's perspective of you and how your dynamic is or would work, okay? All right. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Their next move, I mean, they're going to be clear with you on where you two stand. And it feels like a really lighthearted energy. I don't know your energy, right? I'll say this, because I feel like every time I get this red velvet, the person I'm reading on behalf of the person selecting the red velvet is always this really high vibe, innocent person, possibly sheltered by life, possibly always had a great life, never experienced trauma. It's the purest, sweetest heart, okay? And I love it so much. I don't know what's going on with my red velvet cookie, like those of you selecting it, because why would this person feel the need for you to know that you're safe with them, that you can be comfortable with them, you can be yourself with them? That seems to be the thing. And like the answers you need are coming. You and your loved ones are safe. It feels like this person wants to make you aware that you and or your family, like friends, are safe, welcome, valued with them or within the vicinity. I don't know what situation or circumstances that's relevant to, but that's the conversation needed to be happening, okay? Is that you are safe and you can be comfortable. So let me see. And it could just be someone needing to let their guard down, like this person getting to know you better, knowing that maybe you have trauma, maybe you have a history romantically, but it's like this person's in their mind like, no, I need to make pile 3 more comfortable. How do I get pile 3 more comfortable? Okay. All right. Give me some cards for my pile number 3. My red velvet cookie. You know I had to add that little cream cheese drizzle accent to it. So yeah, let me see. Tell me about my pile 3. Something about this person. So they like a little accent. They like a little extra. Some of you, if you are from somewhere different from them, they like your accent. But they like accent. They like emphasis on certain things. They like the way you do that. They like to go above and beyond when it comes to you, right? Like they like to surprise you in the best way. Something that's part of that making you comfortable, and they actually actively brainstorm how to make you more comfortable with them. Okay. There would be a shadow associated with it. And I promise you, it's not because I'm biased towards this red velvet cake, because I've read it historically. I literally just tried to feel for it to make sure I don't do y'all like that. I don't feel a wave of a shadow. So if it comes through, it comes through. But I mean, look, I can't make up the cards. There are very much shadow cards in this deck. And you got 2 3s. So confirmation, you're pile 3. And I've got rejoice in celebration, number 3. In recognition and reward, the letter R may be relevant in some way. But you got 2 3s. 3 of cups, 3 of wands. And or that pentacles. That's actually pentacles, my bad. I always confuse the purple and the red. I always confuse the pentacles with the wands. But pentacles. So 3 of pentacles talks about where we collaborate, where we strategize, where we make things work in small group settings. 3 of cups talks about where we celebrate and spend time with friends, right? The card shows friends having drinks. So could be someone thinking, I want to take pile 3 on more dates. I want pile 3 around my friends more. I want pile 3 around the people I work with and collaborate with more, so that pile 3 can be more comfortable with me and the type of people that I interact with, to help them get their guard down, to help them feel comfortable around me and all of my peoples, right? That's the thing. So my red velvet cookie. What else? This one. Okay, 2. And 2 5s. Look at you. You're seeing repeating numbers. These numbers could be associated with you, your birthday, your life path, or this person you're asking about. But throat chakra, 100% communication. We got the color blue on the table. But again, Cancer talks about our comfort and our emotions. The sign of Gemini does rule communication itself, which this 5th chakra unlocks your ability to communicate effectively. All right. This is somebody that plans to be very loud, very vocal. This is someone that's like, I need to make sure pile 3 knows that I miss them when I miss them. Things like that. Okay. Emotional loss. Okay. It feels like someone that would make you aware of any losses they've had as a means to intimacy, where that exists. So it's at the bottom. We got the Emperor is back here. Okay. We had it in a previous pile. There we go. I can actually create more space for us. Look at that. So 5 of Cups is pessimistic energy. It's spilled milk energy. Okay, so it feels like with the Emperor here, somebody that wants to communicate with you how much they value you, right? And in that value, it seems to be some sort of a comparison of historical connections, of where they've lost historical connections, where they thought they were missing out on things, but really they weren't, based on what they're experiencing now. I don't know why I'm getting that, but let me pull from this other deck. But look, your bottom of your reset, falling in love. The feeling of falling in love is one of a kind. Know that it is safe for you to be in love. And some of you, depending on where you are, all of you, where this is a crush that progresses, you'll reach this point, okay? This is someone that's like, I need to make it clear with pile 3 how invested I am in them, because I need to know that I'm safe to keep proceeding with them, because I don't want to get my feelings hurt, right? Like setting a boundary where their feelings don't get hurt because they're really interested. Like, right, like I'm bringing you around my friends. I'm bringing you around like people I do stuff with, like people I have hobbies and stuff with, like my coworkers and stuff. I need to know you're all in, because I am, right, with falling in love. That's the clarity. Ooh, yeah, I'm knocking stuff over. Tell me more about this red velvet cookie. I told you, it feels like a little bit of carrot heart. And I was waiting for the shadow, and even the shadow card is not one of shadow. It feels like someone that's like, I don't want to be left in regret. I'm worried that I'll be left in regret. I'm worried that I'll be left looking silly with the spilled milk, right? So red velvet cookie, pile number 3. Yeah, I mean, it's someone that wants clarity or wants to provide clarity. It can be both, right? Someone finally sees the answer that was always right in front of their eyes. The vision is clear. Therefore, what is to come shall be clear too. Answers you need are coming. Clarity in the throat chakra. So tell me, my red velvet cookie with the cream cheese drizzle. What else is there? Crush thinking, feeling, potential. Next move, please. Is that it? This is my last deck, y'all, so this might be it. Is this it? What is the crush thinking, feeling, potential, next move? You're saying the stack clear. This is one. This is a stack. I think that's it. What's this? Okay, we'll take that one. Okay, so that's it. Interesting. So this is really gonna clear things up, I guess. Yeah, we got a spiritual awakening here. Your partner is sensing that there is something profoundly important about this connection. So it's just somebody that's really contemplating the depth of connecting with you. Listen and reflect. Sometimes what a person needs is not a wise mind that speaks, but a patient heart that listens. I like that it kind of confirms what we talked about at the beginning of two people that can kind of just sit together in peace and just be connected in spirit in that way. That's how this person kind of sees you and where the connection can go or where it's currently stands. It's very peaceful. But there's also something where this person seems to be listening, whether they're trying to listen to see what you're thinking or trying to like get you to speak and communicate more. Like there's something regarding clarity on your perspective with this person. And there's also that underlying element of you and your loved ones are safe and a patient heart that listens. There's a theme there of someone needing to know that. And like this person kind of trying to get to the root of something regarding safety, like really trying to listen for that. Okay? Because the Emperor is very much a protector, regardless of gender. Like this is someone that's like very strong, okay? And very protective. So we've got watch out. Oh, all the drama came out. Here's your shadow. Watch out. This is a warning message. Be aware of gossip, envy, and jealousy. Someone or something is trying to stand in the way of this connection. Some of you, this person may feel like there's someone somehow trying to sabotage your connection with them or the potential for one. There is that element of making you comfortable and safe around them. This person may feel like there's someone within your vicinity that's planting seeds of doubt about them or painting them to be a lesser person. Like it feels like someone that in their mind is like, there's somebody that I know is telling Pile 3 lies about me, right? And I need Pile 3 to know that's not true, because I know that Pile 3 may potentially believe some lies about me. And there's your shadow. It's because some of you, there might not be lies. I'm not going to read the shadow dominantly because it's literally barely there. But some of you, that's your confirmation, is there's someone here where they're trying to do reputation control with you. Because like there's very clearly some messaging not in their favor that is very clearly true. That's the shadow. There's no room for doubt, because what I like about this is that you will see, right? Like the shadow doesn't seem like it's gonna be able to linger long, just because the lighter side of this pile is so bright and vibrant. Like energetically it has to be exposed. So if you're dealing with someone that's manipulative in that way, that's doing like reputation damage control with you, you will see very, very clearly. But the lighter side of this pile may be too good to be true, which is why it came on that side with that shadow. And it's not. It feels like someone that doesn't have as many experiences as a person of whatever age range of them. Feels like someone that's possibly sheltered, because it feels very innocent, potentially naive. Okay? Feels that. And I love that energy, because I love the pure hearts stepping in. And it makes sense that you would have some envy and jealousy associated with people like that, especially if they're attractive. So I would just use my discernment. But again, the shadow here, I'm not going to read it prominently because coming out clearly. All right, you will see, you will see. So let me get your advice on how to maneuver the situation for my pile number 3. How should my pile 3, my red velvet cookie, the cream cheese drizzle, maneuver this situation with the person they're asking about today? Trust your intuition. I'll grab this in a second. And be grateful for your intuition, okay? Trust your intuition. Okay? And I say that because don't ignore red flags if you are on the shadow side, because those of you that are on the shadow, you know, you literally see and feel in your soul the red flags. You're just avoiding it, right? But the lighter side is trust your intuition and be grateful that you're meeting someone, connecting with someone potentially that has this pure heart. Even on my table, I see everybody's shadow, right? Everybody's, my own, all that. You know, like, I'm not biased in any sense. I'm very honest, and I want to read accurately for you guys, even if it's not a good reading, a positive reading. I do not see much shadow in this person's heart and spirit. I'm not saying they're not flawed. I'm not saying you won't get into it with them, but it feels very sweet. So what else is this? Speak your truth. Yeah, so you need throat chakra work. You need to communicate clearly. The light side of this pile feels like someone that feels like you may not be communicating clearly with them, or that you may be keeping secrets from them. Like there's some elements of safety, gossip, and silence on the table, right? It's okay to communicate clearly with this person. And honestly, I think it's critical in opening up that shadow, because if you trust your intuition and you speak on certain things, because think of it this way, we have gossip, envy, and jealousy. Ask this person about those things. If that's you can ask them about it, and then feel the energy out. If it feels manipulative, or if it feels like you can feel how someone's truth. You can always feel someone's truth. So the answers you need are coming. There's some clarity. Speak your truth. Speak how you feel. Speak what you have on your mind and your heart. Okay? And prioritize your success. All right. So that is all I have for you. Ooh, that's not all I have for you. Look at you with a little lanyap. Speaking your truth is going to lead to a success. You're going to get a little extra, for better, for worse, right? Like, if it ends up, this is the shadow, that's successful to get that away from you, because you'll get something you don't see coming in that in the place of that connection. Okay? If you speak your truth, and it's the lightest, most pure side of the pile, which I highly encourage, you'll see a vibrant sun of success and open up a side of this person you didn't even realize they had. And I'm telling you, it's one of the best experiences when it comes to love, because of this person's heart space. All right. So that is all I have for you today. My pile number 3. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the crew if you're able to. We have a lot of exclusive messages on the Onyx Key tier. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 4, my Lotus Biscoff Chocolate Chip cookie. Let's see what your crush is thinking, feeling, and potential next move. So, for those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey. Somebody wears glasses, whether it's you, this person, both. This is your confirmation. You're in your right place, right space. Now, this is someone that wants you to know. Like, yeah, I'm channeling already because not only is this person you're asking about thinking, not only are they feeling, they want you to know. Like, this isn't someone that's like, oh, I'm just hiding my thoughts. I hope Power 4 doesn't see. No, they want you to know. They want you to see. And this is someone that wants you to know they are by themselves. They are single. This is someone that may already be actively going out of their way to drop hints, signs, make sure you know they're single. Like, they have nobody they're interested. Like, it feels like let's say this is someone you know through like some hobby, like whenever the hobby ends, everybody's packing up to leave, and like person's like, and you're like, oh, okay, well, you have a good evening, you got like plans? Oh no, I go to work, I go here, I go home. Like, that's, it feels like that. It feels like the type of person that makes it very clear they've got nothing going on romantically in their interactions with you, or like making sure you know, like they want you to see they are just them. Okay, so let me get you an overview. I love it. I love it. I love you guys are coming through with fresh crush energy, right? Because if someone's wanting to make sure you know they're single, that means it's pure crush. You know, it's spring and summertime, all of this new wave. Feels like someone that's excited about you because they're going out of their way to make sure you know it's just them. So what do you need to release? What do you need to release? Give me, all right. Yes, that's okay. Working through your fears. Born Scorpio. North knows. A lot of purple on my table. Purple could be a relevant color. Let me make some space. Look at you. This could be someone with a North node, South node, Scorpio, Taurus. What I'm seeing though, something about this person's interest in you, they may be acting out of character. Let me tell you why. Their thoughts are, how do I go about it, right? Like, it always comes through. It's every pile most times. But this person seems to be actively like, okay, like, how do I make sure there's no doubt in Power 4's mind when it comes to me? What can I do that I wouldn't normally do to make it obvious? Like, it feels like that kind of person that's dropping those types of hints. Like, how can I be a little, like, how do I like make Power 4 know that I'm like dropping hints at them? It's a lot, but that's this person's mind. Okay, feels like a person that's acting oddly out of character. Okay, so tell me more. Let's pull from the tarot. My Lotus Biscoff Chocolate Chip cookie. Tell me what's going on with Power 4. What is this crush thinking, feeling, potential, next move? Feels like somebody's like, I gotta get over it and just go for Power 4. The one way I know how to do that is to feel them out and see if they're interested first. So I'm going to just drop all these hints that I'm single. I'm going to start acting in a way that makes me uncomfortable, just because I need them to see. It's like, you may be like, why is this person acting so strange? Yeah. Okay, those are the 3. We'll take them. Mental conflict. Yep. Makes sense, because 2 of Swords talks about somebody that knows what action they need to take, but they're kind of avoiding it because It makes them uncomfortable, right? So the Fool is very adventurous energy. It is going for it. It's like, you know what? I'm just going to go do this thing that is completely crazy. I don't care. Okay? And the Three of Pentacles, I think this is, yeah, this is collaborative energy. Some of you, they have friends that they're like relying on regarding whatever move. Okay? The move in question is acting oddly. I'm so serious. It feels like a very sweet. I'm not saying that in a judgmental way. I'm just trying to not lose the channel. It's actually really funny because this person's like, you know, this is your read if you've noticed this person acting oddly. Okay? What's at the bottom? Six of Cups, memories of love. Maybe bringing up a lot of remember when I did this thing. Okay? They may become a little more of an overshare in a way where historically they don't say much about themselves personally. That may be them. And then but this person does think about you a lot, right? Six of Cups is past, is reflecting on their interactions with you, things that they feel like they should have said, would have said, could have said differently. It's a lot of rumination on this pile. And let's see. Feels like a person trying to not talk to themselves. They want to learn more about your interests. So they're thinking about like how to get more information on like your interests and the things you're interested in and things you like. Like that seems to be the next move because there's a lot of thinking on the table. It's not necessarily feeling beyond nerves. It's just somebody that's interested. Like I don't see love because this feels like crush, new. So the energy on the table with this person's feeling, quote unquote, towards you is interest and anxiety regarding you feeling the same way, right? Of you matching that interest. Okay, because it feels very brand new, very early. So let me pull from this love deck and see more. Tell us about this pile number 4, my Lotus Biscoff Chocolate Chip cookie. What is the crush thinking? Feeling. Potential next move. Thinking, feeling. Well, I mentioned interest, right? Attraction. So your captivating energy makes you attractive. You wear confidence. Well, yep. Attraction. So very, very attracted to you. Tell me more about pile 4, my Lotus Biscoff Chocolate Chip cookie. Love at first sight. Well, there you go. Instant gravitational pull. You two felt when first meeting. Let you know this is a soul connection. So this person feels like you're on the same page. 2 of Swords, when talking about 2 people, could be 2 swords in alignment, 2 minds in alignment, right? Could be that you're both mutually attracted, that it would love at first sight. Feels like someone that just doesn't know how to proceed with that. Okay? Tell me, okay, there we go. And then it's in reverse. So, soulmate, the question you're inquiring about is your soulmate, the sense of familiarity and comfort. You feel this confirmation. It's funny because it feels like someone that, in the lightest sense, feels like you're their soulmate. But it is not a good feeling. I don't know why it's so chaotic. Right? That comfort and familiarity is not there. They're attracted to you. There's love at first sight, but it feels scary. It feels anxious and all of the things. I don't know why, but that's how it feels with this person. Okay? Obviously, the shadow is only now stepping out because it was not loud. It was not prominent. It would be for if you're asking about somebody that you know is not interested in you. And someone possibly needing to set a boundary with you. making sure you know they're not interested in you in that way. But again, it's not loud, it's not prominent. It only makes sense in situations and settings where you know a boundary would need to be set. Because, and this is for some people, it's not for absolutely everybody in that situation, but for you selecting this pile, if you know you're interested in someone and it's not been clear, they've not been dropping all of these hints in the best way, they've been dropping hints massively in the worst sense, because there's a conflict. Aquarius energy could be networks, where it's things we do collectively, community, possibly professional networks. And Three of Pentacles is where we collaborate and partner with people to get ahead in life. If there's someone that wants to maintain that sort of a boundary, that's the thing. Like, the shadow is someone that thinks you're confusing the compatibility and common interests for this. Okay? So watch it. That's the shadow. And again, it's not very loud. It's only where you're asking about somebody, where you know that could be an explicit thing. Okay? This type of situation setting, like someone you work with, someone that you're at some professional conference with, someone you're in a social organization with, right? That's the conflict. Okay? So back to this lighter side. Doesn't feel good. And I say that because even the lighter side, it could be still the situation and setting, and the anxiety of this isn't appropriate. Okay? So tell me more about my Lotus Biscoff Chocolate Chip cookie, my pile number 4. We got a playfulness energy. Playtime is essential for relationships. Have a little fun recapturing romance with your partner. This is how you know I'm helping. I'm helping you, okay? Lighter side, okay? This is someone that will be playful with you. Like, they will joke, they will be overshare a little bit, like they'll be very intimate with you. Okay? The shadow, if this was somebody that once was playful, joking and such, and they've pulled back their energy to a source, you can't really read them anymore, that's the boundary. Okay? Like, that's the boundary of, oh, like, it's inappropriate with pile 4, and that's not where I wanted it to go with them. Okay? So let me see. Give me more. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm only 13 minutes evenly in. I did want to close it out here and get your advice, but I need to pull. I feel like this is the pile that could be a little confusing. I don't want it to be that way, and I have time. I may pull more. We got harvest. You planted the seed that the universe gave you. Due to your patience and growth, you are now able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. The clarity comes in the seeds that are being planted. This is a person that is absolutely planting seeds. They're absolutely planting seeds. Pay attention in your interactions with this person, because they are absolutely planting seeds, for better, for worse. If those of you, and this is clearly going to be the shadow, so listen up. If you know you mistake people that are mean or rude to you for flirting, that's not funny, nor is it cute. I don't want that for you. If this person starts being a little mean and abrasive and passive aggressive, that's not them trying to be funny. Okay? That's them being ugly and rude to you. All right? And because the friendliest side of the shadow is someone that's kind of avoiding you. Two of Swords is avoiding. So the person's either avoiding you, or they're starting to be mean or passive aggressive and insulting. So there's no confusion in that, right? Because it feels like someone that maybe was once nice, but now they may feel like a boundary has been crossed, or that a boundary is being crossed, and like they don't have to be emotionally mature, these people you're asking about, but it doesn't feel very friendly. Now, the lighter side, this person's dropping hints. They interested. It's clear. I mean, not really clear if they're dropping hints instead of telling you, but there are signs. Again, making sure you know they're single, making sure they don't have anything going on when they're by themselves, making sure you know that they are absolutely by themselves. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go, I don't know, what are you doing this weekend? You know, the meme, enjoy my rent and binge watch this show. Like, I don't have anything going on. That's where this person's head is, making sure you know. Also feels like the type of person that if you're around each other, when it's time to go eat something, they're like, hey, we're going to take this lunch break. You come in, like making sure they include you more, making sure they want to interact with you a little more where that's possible, right? But it feels like someone that's actively trying to interact with you on the lighter side, where someone that's either avoiding you or treating you in a way that would make you that should make you want to avoid them. Because like there are people, and I don't judge them for it, that instead of setting a boundary with you, they and like ending, I guess, connection or interactions with you, they kind of manipulate you into being the person that has to stop so that they don't have to feel guilty. Okay? So let's see what's at the bottom. We got sexual healing. Sexual energy can be used to reconnect. Let your bodies release some tension and enjoy pleasure. Yeah, this, I mean, the shadow is, I've already told you, I don't need to pull more cards. I appreciate the clarity from the cards we have. Lighter side, this is someone that's very attracted to you. I don't know if they'll be necessarily forward in that way, but you can definitely see it in their eyes. We have love at first sight. Okay? So let me get your advice and close you out. My pile 4, a Lotus Biscoff Chocolate Chip cookie. Give me some advice for my pile number 4, my Lotus Biscoff Chocolate Chip cookie. Yeah. Speak your truth. And flow. End the cycle. Okay, trust this person's energy. Share your gifts in peace. Be peace. Shadow. Trust what this person's saying to you, the way that they're saying. I don't care if they laugh. You trust what this person's saying, right? And when they interact with you or don't, in the way that, like, I'm trying to word this right. If they interact with you in a way that does not make you feel good and you're like, oh, they're just joking. No, they're not. Allow it to flow. Don't worry about it, but leave them alone within the cycle. If this person's not interacting with you, they pull back their energy, especially if they were once friendly, leave them alone. Let them pull their energy back in the cycle. Share your gifts with other people, right? Share your gifts is share your gifts with the world. Expand your network, and you'll meet something much more in alignment with you, right? When we talk about companionship, there you go. Very, very clear answer for my shadow side of the pile. My lighter side, share your gifts. You can be open and clear with this person, right? If they're dropping hints, you're dropping hints, you can be clear, okay? And in that cycle, yeah, I got some tools of confirmation. We don't get that much these days. Then you can end that cycle of the hints. Okay? All right. So thank you so much for supporting the channel. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the crew if you're able to. We have some exclusive messages on that Onyx key tier. Thank you for watching.